the life and ministry of the Apostle John, the disciple whom Jesus loved. John 13:23. John, the beloved disciple, a man whose walk with Jesus left an eternal legacy of truth, love, and divine revelation. While Peter was known for his boldness and Paul for his theological brilliance, John is remembered as the apostle of love. Yet his life is also marked by deep transformation, prophetic vision, and enduring faithfulness. His story teaches us what it means to walk closely with Christ, to grow in grace, and to speak the truth in love. A fisherman with a fiery heart. John was the son of Zebedee and the younger brother of James. Like them, he worked as a fisherman by the Sea of Galilee. He left his nets at once when Jesus called him, demonstrating early his readiness to follow the Lord wholeheartedly. Matthew 4:21-22. Jesus gave James and John the nickname Boanerges, meaning sons of thunder. Mark 3:17. This tells us that John was not always the gentle, loving apostle we often imagine. He once had a temper, ambition, and a fiery spirit. At one point, he even asked if Jesus wanted to call down fire from heaven on a Samaritan village. Luke 9:54. Yet as John walked with Jesus, he was transformed. The Son of Thunder became the apostle of love. A powerful reminder that Jesus doesn't just call the qualified, he qualifies those he calls. The disciple whom Jesus loved. John is often referred to as the disciple whom Jesus loved. John 13:23. This wasn't pride, it was awe. John recognized the intimate, undeserved love Jesus had for him. He didn't define himself by what he accomplished, but by how deeply he was loved. He sat next to Jesus at the Last Supper. He was the only male disciple recorded at the foot of the cross. Jesus entrusted him with the care of his mother, Mary, John 19:26-27. And he was the first apostle to believe in the resurrection after seeing the empty tomb. John 22:8. John's life teaches us that intimacy with Jesus is not about position or power. It's about presence, devotion, and love. A witness, teacher, and author. After Jesus' ascension, John became a key leader in the early church. He ministered in Jerusalem and later in Ephesus, where he discipled a new generation of believers. John is the author of 5 books in the New Testament. The Gospel of John, emphasizing Jesus as the Son of God and the Word made flesh. 1, 2, and 3 John, pastoral letters urging believers to walk in truth and love. Revelation, a prophetic vision given to him while exiled on the island of Patmos. Through his writings, John continues to disciple the church today. He teaches us to abide in Christ, to love one another, and to live with eternal hope. A life of endurance and revelation. Unlike most of the other apostles, John was not martyred, though he suffered much for the gospel. According to early church tradition, he was persecuted, imprisoned, and eventually exiled to the island of Patmos under Roman Emperor Domitian. There, in isolation, John received the visions recorded in the book of Revelation, a cosmic unveiling of Christ's victory and the final triumph of God's kingdom. He saw Jesus as the Alpha and Omega, the Lamb on the throne, and the rider on the white horse who comes to judge and reign. Even in suffering and old age, John remained faithful, filled with vision, and full of hope. His life challenges us to stay rooted in love and anchored in truth, no matter the season. The legacy of the beloved apostle. Tradition holds that John died around a day 98 sampai 100, possibly in Ephesus. As an old man, he may have been the last living apostle, a final living link to the earthly ministry of Jesus. His legacy is one of intimacy with Christ, transformation by grace, love for the church, bold witness to truth, faithfulness to the end. Walk in love, abide in Christ. John's message to us is simple and profound. God is love, and the one who abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. Dear friends, may we, like John, be transformed by walking with Jesus. May we define ourselves not by our achievements, but by our relationship with Christ. May we be bold in truth, rich in love, and faithful until the end. Let us abide, let us love, let us shine until he returns.